I got to the financial goal that I always had in mind, and I was pretty miserable. And what I want to do in this video is I want to explain why that was, what I did to change that, and if you stay till the end of the video, you'll know exactly what to watch out for in the journey of building up your wealth, especially if you're young. And so one of my biggest goals when I started out, I feel like most people have this goal, but the goal was to get to 10K per month, right? And I thought it would take a bunch of time. I thought it was going to be way harder than it was. Don't get me wrong. One of the things I'll talk about is getting from 0 to 10K per month is way harder than going from 10K to 100K per month. But I thought it would take a lot more of me, right? And I realized that if you actually commit to mastery, if you actually put in the hours, if you actually commit to becoming better every single day, and you have the right guidance and you're willing to put your ego aside and say, I probably need a little bit of help to get to that point, then it's, you just have to kind of try. I feel like most people that don't get to 10K per month in their lives, or they work 50 years to get to that point, to build a six-figure income, they just haven't tried enough, right? They haven't told themselves, I am deserving of a 10K per month income in my 20s. And so when you switch the paradigm, right, and you understand that it is very possible, and I know a lot of quote unquote dumb people, and I will tell this to their face, that, not very smart people that have gotten to 10K per month and even beyond. And there's a lot smarter people and more intelligent people out there that haven't even gotten to a point by the time they're 40. You kind of realize that you just have to make the decision in your mind that you're gonna get to that point, and you'll probably find a way to do it. But I digress. One of the things that happened when I got to 10K per month was that I felt kind of complacent, because one of the things about the 10K per month income, and I hit this 2.5 years ago at this point, I think, around that time frame. One of the things about the six-figure income and one of the things about the 10K per month mark is that your life changes dramatically, right? You can now afford the things that you always wanted to, like maybe going out to nice dinners, maybe traveling, maybe buying dumb shit if you're into that, maybe buying gifts for your parents or your friends, whatever it is, right? You can now afford those things. You can now make those decisions. And one of the things you need to watch out for if you want to continue growing is to not get complacent, because it gets very, very comfortable once you get to that point, right? One of the mistakes that I made was making the 10K per month mark the goal that I was aiming for. And although it makes a lot of sense, right? When you're starting out, at the end of the day, that's how we keep score when it comes to business. Although it makes sense, one of the things that I would tell you if you're starting out or you haven't hit the 10K per month goal is have some sort of plan and have some sort of goals after the 10K per month mark. Because if you don't, once you get to 10K per month, you realize it wasn't all that. Yes, your life changes drastically, but you won't really feel any different. What is the bigger why? What is the bigger vision that you have for yourself past the money and past the 10K per month mark? And how are you going to continue to grow and level up? And oftentimes you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what is the next thing that's going to take you past 10K per month. You don't know what version of yourself is going to get there. But understand that you need to have like a contingency plan. You need to have a plan B for when you get to a point, so you don't kind of fall back on your ass, get complacent, and you don't find yourself staying at kind of like the same level for 6 months to a year even. And I've seen this happen. So that's that for this video. Now, if you haven't joined my free community on Facebook, I'm going live on there, dropping a lot of value bombs, dropping my systems, my processes that have taken my agency past 200K per month. If you don't want to miss those, you can go ahead and apply. There's a link in the description for that. Just have to fill in a bunch of questions, and if you're a good fit, we'll let you in. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.